What's up, guys? It's your boy JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS, back with another video to help you make money on PrizePicks and Underdog tonight. I've got a couple of really nice core plays for you guys to plug into your lineups here. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any more of our videos that we put out on a daily basis. And check out that pinned link in the comments below. That's a Patreon link that's going to get you access to our Discord, where you'll find all the tips, advice, players to tail, tickets to tail, anything and everything you could possibly need to succeed on PrizePicks and Underdog tonight. So we've had a pretty wild few days here, last few days. Some of our picks just really haven't been hitting, and that's the way it goes, guys. Nobody can pick them right every night. It just does not go that way. And when you start to we have a very specific formula that we use to pick our plays, to put together our lineups that we put out for our patrons. The issue that we're running into here is because of course inevitably you're going to lose, right? You don't win everything. No one wins everything. So when you do start to lose, you got to be careful not to try to compensate for that. You have to stick to the plan. You have to stay moving forward. Don't deviate. You can deviate a little bit, but you really want to keep the ship headed in the same direction, right? So for the lack of a better term. This is not something we run into super often, but we have been on a bit of a drought. Now, we're not worried about it because we've done this for long enough. We know it won't take much for us to get back on top, right? We have the tools, we have the knowledge, just things like what happened last night, guys. Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers, Ty Lue. Why, man? Why? I swear that man is on PrizePicks payroll. I won't go there. Let's not put our tinfoil hats on, but seriously, come on, guys. I don't know. I'm still upset about it. When I start thinking about it, I'm going to start getting mad. I don't want that to happen. You can't play these plays. You can't make prop bets like that with emotion, right? So we're going to calm down. We're going to go through our picks that we have for today, but we're also going to go through some wins that we were luckily able to get. I do want to give a quick shout out to our, one of our guys that has been around for a little while now. He's super knowledgeable. He's been doing a great job helping out with the community tab or the community channel, where guys go to hang out and kind of make their own picks and, take some of what we've offered and put it, insert them into their lineups and do their own original thing, whatever it may be. That's their section, right? That's where they get to go nuts, do what they want to do. And sometimes they'll ask us, hey, do you like this? Do you like that? Myself and Sharp. And we'll answer them. We'll give them our honest opinion, and then we'll get out of there, because that's their section. That's their area. We want them to feel like we're not always constantly standing over them, judging their picks, stuff like that. Long story short, the Daily Juice DFS, my man, the Daily Juice DFS has come through for us in this little bit of a dry spell. He's busting out, half props. He's doing some of the things that we wouldn't normally do according to our formula, and some of them are working out. It's always the luck of the draw. There's no such thing as a sure thing when it comes to prop betting, right? So all that said, again, I did want to give a shout out to my man, the Daily Juice DFS. He's done a great job taking over as far as the community and really, guiding these guys in the right direction. He's got a lot of knowledge. He's doing a great job. And again, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to that man. So we got that out of the way. If you look at some of these wins, most of these are going to be wins that he put together. So again, credit goes to that man. He's helping us out in this little dry spell that we've had going on. And when I say dry spell, I mean like 3 days, maybe 4, since we've gotten a sweep. But it happens, guys. There's not a whole lot you can do, again, when stuff like the Clippers happened last night. What can we do? All we can do is put you guys in the best possible position to win. And then what the players do when they get on the court and what those coaches decide to do, that's completely on them. So anyhow, as you can see here, big golf wins, right? We've been doing golf. We had golf going this morning. Unfortunately, as we speak, my boy John Rahm is kind of blowing up some of our golf tickets. But again, that's the way it goes, guys. No such thing as a sure thing, right? So we're dabbling in the golf. We're dabbling in the baseball. Actually, not dabbling. We're kind of starting to dive, all the way in as far as baseball goes. But again, it's spring training. So you really got to be careful. You really got to limit yourself as far as what you're putting down and then what props you're looking at. So I'm rambling. Let's take a look at the winner circle here. As you can see, lots and lots of green here, guys. Even when we're not putting out the most fire tickets, we've got a lot of guys here in the community that make up for that gap. So you would have anything and everything you could. When I say you have anything and everything you could possibly need to succeed on PrizePicks and Underdog, this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Even when we're on a cold streak, which it happens, guys. We've got guys here to pick us up, get us back up on that horse and get back to making money, right? So again, this is all winner circle from yesterday and last night. So still getting wins, baby. It's not, when we go through a dry spell, it doesn't mean that nobody in here is winning. It just means it's a little bit, thinner than usual. And guys, that happens. I don't care who you are. I don't care, what anyone tells you. That's not a thing. Winning every night is not a thing. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I do want to get into the couple of picks that we have for you guys. We feel like they're really high value, and I'll explain as much as I can as far as to why. Hey, nice big old slate of games tonight. So lots to choose from, and from those, we have two in particular that we really liked. The first one is going to be, as you can see there on my Stat Muse tab, Mr. Clint Capella to go over 23.5 PRA. Now, that's points, rebounds, and assists, of course. You guys know that. We're looking at 23.5, right? So let's take a look at what he's done lately and if we've gotten anywhere near there and if the history against this team makes sense, right? So in one game this year against Portland, he definitely went over this. Or excuse me, 15, 20. He was right at 28, right? Yeah, so 10 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists. That's where we want to be, right? We want to hit at least 24 PRA. Here, that's 15, 67. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm sorry. Man, my math was... Yeah, what am I talking about? 25, 26, 27, 28. Never said I was a math genius, guys. Just prop betting. So... when you're looking at 28 here, 15 rebounds, that is big. Again, in his last 5, we're only looking at 9.2 rebounds. At home, he's averaging a little bit more. But let's take a look at, we're Sharp Bets DFS. We go deeper. We always do a little bit more of the digging. We're going to get as much knowledge out here as we can for you guys. So let's take a look at this here. If we're going to look at his points, rebounds, and assists, against... Let's see. So that was Brooklyn. So you can see severely reduced minutes in a lot of these games, especially this 19 minutes. That's just, I don't know what was going on there. What the Hawks do sometimes, occasionally what the Hawks will do is rest their big men. Just a couple of nights ago, they played against Washington. He was out there for the full 35 minutes. As you can see from this here, his history, we don't see 35 minutes all that often. We average more like 25. Now, when we do average 25, we're looking at right under 12 points, or right under 11.5 points. You're looking at right over 10.5 rebounds, and you're looking at right over 1 assist. So he's typically good for about 1 assist a game, right? In this month anyway. In February, he has been. In this past month of February. Jesus, I cannot talk today, guys. So right under 11.5 points. That's good. It's not great, but it's probably about where we want to be because we know he's going to be grabbing those boards. So we want to hop all over that, right? We know he's going to get the boards. We know he's going to get the minutes. We know because they've had a rest, right? They're not playing a back-to-back. We don't have to worry about anything like that. He doesn't have, an injury hampering him right now. We think he's good to go. He's got a good matchup against Portland. For him to be able to grab the rebounds that he needs seems like a pretty sure thing, barring injury, barring, a blowout, any of those things, barring Ty Lue taking over as head coach of the Hawks and sitting everyone for the second through fourth quarters for whatever the heck reason, but whatever, the guy's just a surrenderer. That's fine. No problem. We move on. As you can see, it's still on my mind. He killed one of our tickets. You know what? I meant to actually show you that, and I will after we're done going over our picks. But you just got to see this. It's unbelievable, guys. So, just under 11.5 points, just over 10.5 rebounds, and just over 1 assist. So that's not exactly where we want to be, but you got to keep in mind also, we were looking at pretty reduced minutes for the most part, right? When you get back up to 35 minutes where he would the amount that he would normally play, boom, you're going to be smashing right through that, right? We were looking at, again, 13, 15, and 3. When he gets the minutes, when he's on the floor, he's going to get those stats. And we're going to go over this 23.5 PRA. Simple as that, guys, all right? Not going to spend too much more time on that. Our second pick is going to be Ja Morant to go over 26.5 points, right? So he's up against Denver tonight in 2 games this year against Denver, and which for the most part, I believe they both had essentially the same personnel, except for Memphis. I think we've got their center, Adams. I believe Adams is out, so Xavier should be their starting center. But so that would be the only real personnel change. Other than that, it's the same. 2 games this season, averaging just under 30 points. If we want to hit 27, that seems like exactly where we want to be, right? So again, Denver's a good matchup for him. Denver's pretty good at defending the perimeter, but as we know, Ja Morant is much more of a driver. He's going to get in there, drive the basket, get fouled, get himself an and one, and if he doesn't get the basket, then at least get those free throws. We're going to be racking up those points, right? So we feel super comfortable about passing on along to you the value of Ja Morant to go over 26.5 points. So that's our 2 picks for the day. Clint Capella against Portland to go over 23.5 PRA, and then Ja Morant against Denver to go over 26.5 points. Lots of games on the slate, guys. Lots of opportunities for you guys to take these picks, mix and match, kind of make them your own. If you want to tail us exactly, cool. We love it. We love that you trust us in that way, and we know we'll gain your trust. So, take these and do what you will with them. If you don't want to use them, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. We feel like they're super valuable picks, so we just wanted to pass them on along to you, right? So those are our 2 for the day. Let's go back, and I wanted to show you in the Discord where, unfortunately, we had put out. All right, guys, so like I said, I wanted to show you our ticket and what happened to it last night. Just absolutely unbelievable. We had a 4-banger ready to roll out with a win. The first games that we had it was Dallas and Philadelphia. So as you can see, we put out a 4-banger yesterday. It just about swept, right? We had Kyrie Irving. He went over the 5.5 assists. We had Luka Doncic went over his fantasy. We had Zach Collins going over his fantasy, which he did. It was barely at the last minute, but he did it. He pulled it off. Popped a 3 to hit it. So we only had Kawhi Leonard left. That's all we had left. Just Kawhi Leonard. So everybody was feeling good. 24.5 points was a great line for him. We knew it would be against Golden State. We knew it would be a shootout. So he's almost there, right? He's very close to getting there. And then Tyronn Lue decided to take out Kawhi Leonard and the rest of the starters for the 4th quarter. I don't have an idea as to why. I guess he put up the white flag, decided to surrender in the 4th quarter. They were only down 20, I believe. And, he just decided, that's it, guys. We're going to pull everything. And, that was it. He was at, I believe, 21 or 22. So he needed to hit a 3 and we were done. 4-banger, boom. And that's the kind of stuff that happens, guys, that is outside of anyone's control. If a coach decides to do that, or if a player decides to not show up that night, there's not or an injury happens, anything like foul trouble, blowouts, all that stuff's out of our control. All we can do is put you guys in the best possible position to win. That's what we did. Tyronn Lue blew it up. We're not about making excuses, but this one was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, I did want to go over that with you and show you we were so close to another win there, but just couldn't make it happen. Couldn't finish it out. But again, we're not about excuses. We're about moving on and making money the next day, right? And that's what we plan on doing. that's what we got those 2 picks for you guys for today. And, past that, we don't have a whole lot more for you. Our 2 picks for the day were, Clint Capella to go over PRA and John Morant to go over points. We want to get this out to you as quickly as possible so they don't bump. We'll see you next time, but until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any more of our videos that we put out on a daily basis. And check out that pinned link in the comments below, right? That's a Patreon link that's going to get you access to our Discord where you'll find all the tips, advice, players to tail, tickets to tail, anything and everything you could possibly need to succeed on Prize Picks and Underdog tonight. I'm JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS. Until next time, let's get that money, son.